Hi, Ron. We're right back with another question from a member. Many members of the German LWS group are part of the QHS. Q has said the medbeds will be a soul trap. Can you give us thoughts on this comment?
Yes, I've got a. I've written a document. It's a very long document, 23 pages in um, 14 or 22 print, and I've. Uh, it took me a long time to really get to the point where I feel comfortable about talking with people about Q. I give an understanding of people. How can you experience something that traps your soul? It's impossible. You are a soul extension, and your soul is responsible for you. And that is your inner guidance. Now, what he's trying to say is he's trying to get you to realize beds and anything like that in this dimension where you have the authority and the power to heal yourself, and yet you don't know that you can do that. So you're looking out for other things to give your power to heal yourself. So you get into a med bed. What you have done then, as you've said, not necessarily, I don't believe it. I just don't have the power now. And I talk about this in that document. I don't have the power to do that now. I don't understand. Nobody taught me how to do that. I don't understand how to do that. I don't have anybody that's showing me how to do that that I can trust or that I want to believe in. The fact is that I have the power. That's what he's talking about is you're giving your personal power of God to something outside of you to heal you. You should not be doing that. And when I talked to him about the Q arc and the quantum healing systems, I said to him, I'm 76 years old. I was 76 there. I'm 77 years old now, but how long is it going to take me to learn how to heal myself? How many times have I been trying to do this, all of the experiences of, or incarnations to learn how to do that? So I need to have something now because I'm getting to the point where these things are starting to cause problems for me and may terminate my life. Now, with that said, what I said to him and what he's saying about the med beds or anything else outside of you, he's not talking about the soul being strapped or trapped. No, your soul's trying to guide you to the right place. But when you want to use the med beds instead of healing yourself, you have compromised who you are. Now, it's very hard for us to understand what Q says because he says things. Does that? I hope that helps. And you're sitting there with like looking at him like the deer in, with the headlights. You have no idea what he's talking about. And he just said, "Well, I hope that helps." And then everybody says, "Yeah." Why did you say no? That doesn't help me at all. Please explain further. And he will. Q is my friend. But I've had to explain a lot of things about what he says so that people can understand him and not condemn him for him trying to help us through the ascension process. For him, the ascension process is very pure. Okay. So along comes Valiant Thor and tells us that the light wave is coming to take our bodies out of where we are and put us back into the Adam Cadman body that was created for humanity to incorporate or to come into so that they can have life as an experience and experience third dimension and into the other dimensions. Now, I better not go there. The time is very short. We're not going to have to learn how to use our own power as God's children to heal ourselves. It will come. Things are so bad now, and I was telling about the kids and learning that, I'm a girl wanting to be a boy or a boy wanting to be a girl and all that sort of stuff. I've explained in previous questions what that's about. I just want you to know now that there's no way for your soul to be trapped. But there's a reason for him to say that, to give you a certain amount of uneasiness so you will think this through at a different level than you are normally thinking. Why did Q effectively go away from Love One Society? Because we would make him the power over us, the authority over us. He would not let that happen. So he went completely away from us and went over to BBC, and he's starting to do all that stuff. And now we hear what he has to say about these things, and we get all upset and, can I say, pissed off? Because we don't understand his methods and what he's trying to get us to do. He is not here to be popular. He's here to tell you the truth. What he says has value. If you come from that premise, then your mind will go into the questioning and thinking about things. It's the same as the mission statement for Love One Society. You have experiences in life that turn you away thinking that God doesn't love you or something like this. But no, you get a chance to ponder these things in your heart. You get to find out in the quietness why things happen to you. And you know that the things that happen to you in life are for your value and for your ability to move through them. And there is really good growth and development by moving through the problems of life that come to us. And we don't give in to the faith or the doubt and the fear of what's going on. There's great value in all that by pondering these things in our heart. If you understand Q, you will understand he's helping us. But he does it in a way that sounds like he's not. But you just have to know that he's coming from the right place. It'll get you to the right place at the right time. You'll think these things through. You'll come up with the right conclusions, and the Spirit will help you to know what it is you're supposed to know. And the reason for that is because you have avoided the doubts and the fears. You have avoided the blaming of him. And you've gone to your own self, to your own essence, pondering these things that not necessarily what he's telling you, but just as a way to get through the problems of life. How many people blame an earthquake on God? Tens of thousands of people are killed in an earthquake. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Why did God do this to us? There's always a reason for it. Nobody leaves this earth by dying unless it's their time to go. Period. Exclamation point. End of discussion. You will never go, you will never die before it's your time to die. Try that on for size. And all of those people who are dying now, they're here for a purpose. And dying in the wars and so forth, I'm not trying to blame them. I'm not trying to do anything of the sort. I'm just trying to let everybody know, whoever wants to listen to what I have to say, that those people planned on coming here and dying for that purpose. What was the purpose? I don't know. I can ponder it and try and come up with an idea, but it doesn't bother me because I know that there's a loving God at the other side of this veil. And this veil that we have here now is so thin, and God is there with us all the time. And you don't know about all that. So you blame him for all of the stuff that's going on, the negative stuff. Give him praise and glory for all of the wonderful things that he does, as you suppose him to be. How many of you heard? Give all the glory to God. Why? Does God need more glory than he has now? See, you don't understand who you are. And many of us are not getting that. And so we miss out. We've got to get things right in our thinking. We've got to do the right thinking process to accommodate what comes to us and what comes at us and how we're going to react to it. This is the way that Jesus taught. Not the cabal's way of blaming everybody and God for everything that takes place. You blame somebody else for the things that are happening in your life. You're the one that caused them because you are the creator. And how many times am I going to get an argument on that? There will be an argument there until it's time for you to realize who you are. And all of these things are just simply trying to help you in your thought processes to guide you into circumstances where you're going to have to think things through. We're here as metal. We're stuck in the fire, and when we take it out of the fire, then we use a hammer and pound on it, and the sparks fly. That's the refiner's fire. You think we're not going to go through that? You think we're not in that already? It's true, it's happening. Just allow it to take place. It's going to happen because you've got to be the strongest metal you can be to get through the experiences of this life, especially what's coming. We came here for this purpose. We're just being prepared for it. So let's just use our ability to think things through and know that Q is trying to help us, but know that he's using things like a soul trap to get you to be upset, and he doesn't care if you're upset with him. Find out about a soul. Find out what a soul is. Find out about your soul. Find out about your Abba. And start talking to your Abba like Jesus did. Your Abba is your father. Your soul is your father. It's all there in plain sight if we'll see it. I hope I'm helping to catch a vision here of a thought process that will save you going into the doubts and the fears that will continue a downhill spiral. Let's not do that to ourselves. I hope this is helpful. Let's go on to the next question.
Thank you, Ron. We'll be right back with a question from a member.